Story, the breaking news we're getting through about the missile defence story that has been batting around for many months now between the West and Russia. The latest we have this afternoon is that Poland, we're hearing, has refused to station 10 interceptor missiles on its soil as part of a US plan, as mentioned there, to deploy an anti-missile shield in Eastern Europe. It's caused much controversy. Now, we're hearing that from the Polish TVN24 news channel. Now, the United States say that that system is needed to counter possible attacks from what it calls rogue states like Iran and North Korea. Russia strongly opposed the move, insisting those countries don't have weapons that could reach Europe. And if they do, there's certainly no proof. Well, now in the studio with me is Konstantin Kosachev, the head of the Russian State Duma Foreign Affairs Committee. Most grateful to see you in the studio this afternoon. Thanks for coming in at short notice. What's your take on this? Was the fact that Poland has turned around now, we think, at this stage anyway, and said no, unexpected?
Well, first of all, it's too early to make any final judgments how serious this could be. First of all, there are some controversies between different political forces inside of Poland, between the president and the prime minister, representing different political parties and competing with each other for friendship with the United States and partnership with Russia.
For our viewers around the world, there's recently been a political change there at the top.
Definitely.
Do you think that's what's caused this?
This is the most important issue, because as far as I understand, nobody questions the possible deployment of these missiles. The dispute is about the conditions, whether they will be favorable or not for the Polish side, and I believe that this is not the final story. I believe that the negotiations may continue. There are some rumors about the United States asking Lithuania, for example, to consider the option of deploying these missiles, and I believe that this is not seriously about Lithuania itself. It's about setting additional pressure on Poland to be more flexible in its approach. So I believe that these negotiations may continue in the future, and I believe that this refusal is not the final one.
Remind us, what was in it for Poland to have these missiles on its territory?
The request from the Polish side was, as far as I'm informed, $20 billion in order to equip the Polish defense system, national defense system, and the American side has proposed 200 million, 100 times less than the Polish side requested, and it's not enough for the Polish side, so I believe it's more about the money rather than the considerations about how it will influence the global security climate in Europe.
Mr. Kosachev, do you know, do you have any take at all on what the Polish public themselves thought about these potential moves to put this missile, part of the missile shield, on their home ground?
At each stage, the public opinion was clearly against that idea. Something between 55 and 70% according each poll, and I believe this is why the Polish Prime Minister, being now rather popular, tries to use this situation in order to attack the president, who is not popular any longer.
What's the Russian stance been here, and do you think that's had any effect on this decision that we think could have been made this afternoon in Poland?
The basic approach of Russia is that we really face common challenges and threats, and yes, we are concerned about Iran, yes, we are concerned about North Korea, but we believe that we should try to develop a universal common security system, and we have proposed several solutions for that, like using the Russian station in Azerbaijan, Gabala, and some other stations, modern stations of Russia on the Russian soil. It has been rejected by the United States, unfortunately, and of course for that reason we are very much concerned why the United States insists on deploying this system in Poland, in the Czech Republic, in Lithuania, because all these projects will definitely have impact on how Russia feels about that and the Russian security approach.
Just to break in a second, we've got another another small news wire in. Again, we're trying to get some more factor. We're hearing that Poland, quote, is prepared to continue dialogue. Don't know what more to read into that at the moment. As soon as we get some more details, we'll of course bring that to you as soon as we can round that story up a bit. I really wanted to take this on. What's this going to mean then for the other country involved here? Of course, the Czech Republic. They've still not made a firm decision either way. They're still being courted by the United States. Do you think what may have happened in Poland could affect what may happen in the Czech Republic?
First of all, the agreement is already conducted. It is not signed yet, and as far as I know, Madame Condoleezza Rice is going to visit Prague next week in order to sign it. The state of public opinion is there similar to the one in Poland. The majority is against, but there is the similar political fight against between different political forces in the Czech Republic. So I believe that it will not have any impact on the situation in the Czech Republic, and that agreement will be signed in any case.
Russian news agency RIA Novosti now quoting what we'd heard as well, Mr. Koschev, from the Polish news channel TVN24. Just to bring our viewers up to date if they've just tuned in, we're hearing the Polish government, quote here, does not agree with the United States' plan to place a missile defense base in the country. That was first coming out on the TVN24 news channel. Prime Minister Donald Tusk currently discussing the issue with the Foreign and Interior Ministers, the channel reporting. Special news conference on that missile shield is to be given shortly at 1300 GMT. Now that had been postponed, we're hearing. Also getting a line through to us saying that they want negotiations to continue. Can you read any more into that, Mr. Kosachev? What do we mean here when they want more negotiations to continue? What more could they be negotiating for?
This confirms for me that it's not about the concept itself. I would have preferred a completely different situation when the Polish government would tell their American partners, look, we don't want to have these missiles on our soil because it creates additional troubles in terms of global security, and we want to keep Russia as a partner, not as a part of the problem in this situation. But unfortunately this is not the case. The bargaining is about the financial conditions, and I believe that Poles want partially to have good relations with the United States, partially to make money, to earn money on that project, and this is why they will try to continue these negotiations. They do not want to shut the doors, and I believe that the final decisions will still be for Poland, not for any other country.
In a nutshell, you don't think this is over yet?
I'm still very much pessimistic about that in terms of us not accepting that project in general terms.
Konstantin Koschev, head of the State Committee on International Affairs, most grateful